Welcome back to today's nugget. Many Christians believe that emotions and spirituality are two completely different worlds, and that it should stay that way. There is no room for emotions in our spirituality, especially when we talk to God. But what we know about human psychology is that there are many benefits to expressing one's emotions. When we express an emotion, even just mentally, we loosen the emotion's grip over our well-being. It can also help us see our problem in a new light, even allowing us to problem solve or make a decision with less difficulty. Expressing our emotions can lessen our anxiety, ease our depression. By the way, just a quick disclaimer, I'm not referring to expressing emotion by yelling at people or slamming doors, but more through the act of praying through the Psalms. Many Christians are reluctant to pray and truly express themselves, especially regarding the negative emotions we may be experiencing or suffering that we are going through. The author of the lesson states that this reluctance could cause us to miss the point of worship. The failure to express honestly and openly our feelings and views before God in prayer often leaves us in bondage to our own emotions. This also denies us confidence and trust in approaching God. And that's where the Psalms come in. When we use the Psalms as the vehicle to express ourselves to God, we can have a more genuine interaction with God. Psalm 44 is an example of that. The author does not mince words. He says things like, "You gave us up to be devoured like sheep and have scattered us among the nations." In verse 12, he says, "You sold your people for a pittance, gaining nothing from their sale." Verse 17 continues, "All this came upon us, though we had not forgotten you. We had not been false to your covenant." Verse 18, "Our hearts had not turned back. Our feet had not strayed from your path." Verse 19, "But you crushed us and made us a haunt for jackals. You covered us over with deep darkness." In other words, this follower of God is saying, "God, what's going on? This isn't fair. Where are you?" And maybe even, "I'm mad at you." Talk about a heartfelt interaction with God. This kind of communication with God is what real intimacy with Him looks like. He'll listen, and He won't yell back or even get mad at us for confronting Him. I dare you to try it if you haven't talked to God like that before, and see where He takes you. And with that, we come to the end of our nugget for today. I'll see you tomorrow.